Here's Chapter 3, The Wild Wood. For a long time, Mole had wanted to meet the Badger, but Rat obviously was not keen. So one day at the beginning of winter, while Rat dozed in front of his fire, Mole set off to explore the Wild Wood, hoping to bump into Mr. Badger. It was a cold afternoon. Everything was very still. It was getting dark. Then the faces began. He thought he saw a little evil wedge-shaped face looking out at him from a hole. When he turned, the thing had vanished. Then there were faces in all the little holes, in the trees, all around. Then the whistling began, and everything seemed to be closing in on him. As he stood still to listen anxiously, he saw something moving. He saw a rabbit running through the trees. Mole expected it to slow down. Instead, it almost brushed him as it dashed past, muttering, "Get out of this, you fool! Get out!" And it disappeared down a friendly burrow. Mole was very frightened, and he hid under some dead leaves in a hollow. Meanwhile, Rat had been having a lovely warm doze by the fire. When he woke up at last, he called "Moley" several times, but there was no answer. Then he found that Mole's cap was missing from the peg in the hall. And when he opened the door, he saw Mole's tracks in the mud leading away from the house, straight towards the Wild Wood. Rat armed himself with a pair of pistols and a stout cudgel, and set off bravely into the Wild Wood. He searched for over an hour, calling, "Moley, Moley, where are you?" At last he heard an answering little cry coming from a hole at the foot of a tree. He looked inside, and there was Mole. "Oh, Ratty," he cried, "I've been so frightened." "Now then," said Rat, "we must pull ourselves together and get going. It would never do to spend the night here." "Dear Ratty," said Mole, "I am so tired. I must rest a bit longer." And Mole snuggled down into the dry leaves and went to sleep. When at last Mole woke up, Rat looked outside to see if it was safe to go. It was snowing hard, and the whole Wild Wood was white. "We must make a start and take our chance," said Rat. They trudged for more than an hour through the snow, getting more and more lost, when Mole tripped and hurt his leg. "Poor old Mole," said Rat. "You've cut your leg. I'll tie it up for you." Rat was scratching away at the snow where Mole had tripped up. He found a door scraper and was very excited. "Some careless person has left his door scraper lying about where it's sure to trip everybody up," said Mole, and he sat on it to rest his leg. But Rat was scrabbling away again, making the snow fly in all directions, until he found a doormat. "There!" he cried in triumph. Poor old Mole didn't quite know what he was on about. Rat now attacked a snowbank beside them. Mole scraped busily too. 10 minutes' hard work, and they found a solid little door painted dark green. Beside it was a brass plate which read, "Mr. Badger." Mole was chattering away in his excitement, but Rat said, "Get up and hang on to that bell pull and ring as hard as you can while I hammer on the door." End of chapter.